Funding for public media is at risk after President Trump issued an executive order seeking to defund the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. If it goes through, the funding cuts would have dire impacts on us here at LPB and for people across Louisiana who depend on our educational resources.
PBS Kids' tagline is "The world of possibilities are endless, and so are you." And now, the possibilities are being taken away.
President Trump recently signed an executive order aimed at reducing public subsidies for PBS and NPR. The order directs the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and other federal agencies to stop federal funding for NPR and PBS. Public broadcasting is already feeling the impact of this decision. The U.S. Department of Education terminated its Ready to Learn grant for 2020-2025, effective immediately. Nancy Terrain, Education Director at Louisiana Public Broadcasting, says this loss will greatly impact Louisiana's young learners.
I think what's most detrimental is going forward. We will not have the dollars to create the resources that families and children need in Louisiana. That's how it's going to affect the millions of kids that use PBS Kids. So new shows, how are they going to be developed? Are they going to be educational? The whole reason 90% of the parents trust LPB and PBS Kids is because it's built around an educational framework. This is a safe and trusted space, and they're taking it away. That is how the children are going to feel in Louisiana. They're not going to have the resources to help get them ready to learn.
LPB's educational programs for early learners have achieved over 7 million streams this year, helping countless families across the state access early education programs and curriculum that they would not have had otherwise. Given that Louisiana is already below the national average in education, the state's educational system will undoubtedly feel the impact of this loss. And education isn't the only area impacted by cuts to CPB funding. CeCe Copeland, the president and CEO of Louisiana Public Broadcasting, states that reductions in CPB funding could prevent local networks from paying their PBS dues, which are essential for supporting public broadcasting.
Well, if we're not in a position to pay our PBS dues, we would lose the subscription to air the quality programming that we had. Nova, Frontline, Finding Your Roots, all those programs will go away because PBS itself does not produce any programs. They pay independent producers and stations to produce for them. So without those funds, PBS would collapse. It's a domino effect. CPB pays us, we in turn pay PBS, PBS in turn pays all the independent producers and the stations that produce.
And it is LPB's PBS affiliation that enables them to share emergency information statewide.
Well, one of the prized components of PBS is public safety. We're not like the commercial stations. We don't cut in every few minutes. But our overarching is public safety. That's one of the pillars: public safety, education, and community service. Well, for us, LPB is the pool feed for the state of Louisiana. We're directly connected to GOSEP here, and we're directly connected to the state capitol for fiber. So when the governor needs to do an emergency announcement, he comes and he goes to GOSEP. We're directly connected to GOSEP. We put the governor on statewide. We're a statewide network, so we can reach the governor one-to-many. Instead of him trying to go to each little station, he comes to us. LPB provides that service, and we also provide that free for any other station to pick up. So that's part of our public safety.
PBS affiliates across the country are facing similar concerns due to potential cuts. For instance, Robin Cooper, president and CEO of WYES, the PBS affiliate in New Orleans, states that federal funding amounts to $800,000, which cannot be replaced. Without funding, community programming will suffer.
That will impact how we go about servicing our community. WYS produces a wide range of programs that highlight New Orleans and Louisiana culture, history, traditions, and we're in a unique position to be able to tell our stories, more so than what other media can or may not be able to do. And any cuts or elimination of funding would greatly impact our ability to tell these stories. And there's so many stories we've been able to tell, and there's so many yet waiting to be told.
In the meantime, she is encouraged by the support of the viewers and says they are the reason PBS and public media exists. To learn more about the potential cuts and show your support for public media, head to protectmypublicmedia.org.